is the moment, tonight is the night.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. It's Crypto Meow Analysis coming at you with an update video on Bitcoin. Today, we're diving into the latest Bitcoin price action because things are moving fast to the downside. We just saw Bitcoin pull back sharply, and it's now retesting a major demand zone that could determine the next big move. The current price is trading around $88,000, which is down about 3 to 4% on the day. We've had a clean rejection from the 96 to 101,000 resistance zones, the exact level that we've been watching for weeks. Unfortunately, we got stuck there a couple times. We could never break $100,000, and now we just got rejected. On the daily chart, you can see that Bitcoin has completed a strong multi-month uptrend, but this pullback is taking us right into the previous identified demand zone between 83,600 and 91,388. So again, this is support as of right now, and keep in mind that the RSI is extremely oversold, but we'll get to that. Historically, every time Bitcoin has tapped a zone like this on the daily, we've had a strong reaction wick and buyers stepping in. So this area is critical, but don't get fooled because we could get a bounce and we could be in a bear market, make a lower high, get invalidated, and then start making lower lows for the next 2 years, which is exactly where I'm planning on buying Bitcoin. Obviously, if you go check out the other video, goal to get to 1 Bitcoin during the bear market. I'm already at 1,000, and as you can see, I'm down $6 so far on the $100 that I put in. But give me some break. I'm not going to put in a lot of capital at the top. I'm going to try to get Bitcoin. I'm going to try to get to my 1 Bitcoin at the lowest possible. I'm going to try to put most of my capital in when I think that we bottom down in the next 2 years. So guys, this is a 2-year journey. This isn't an overnight success thing. This isn't an overnight like, oh, I'm going to become a millionaire, Bitcoin to $500,000. This is literally a multi-year bear market that we're about to experience. So for those that haven't experienced this, God bless, because you're about to experience what people that have been in crypto for long enough experience, which is what this thing's going right back down. So we need to basically capitalize on buying when it's extremely oversold on the daily, on the weekly, and so on. So where were we? So this area is critical. So the EMA structures, we're back testing the cluster of EMAs, the 20, 50, 100, and 200, which all are stacked bullishly, even with the correction. The higher time frame still trend. The higher time frame trend is still intact. Okay, if price can hold above the lower boundary around 83,600, structure remains bullish. But if it doesn't, we're gonna get a really big nasty capitulation. Keep in mind we probably will get a bounce at some point. The RSI is the fear and greed is an extreme fear. So obviously, we should get some sort of bounce at some point, but that bounce is going to trap a lot of people thinking we're going back up to the all-time high, and we're going to make a lower high, get stuck, and come back down. So just be careful with that. Now the RSI is sitting around 35, which is getting close to oversold levels, if not already oversold. Actually, it's now sitting at 25, not even 35. Oh wait, no, sorry, 35. So it's getting close to oversold territory in the daily time frame. This is the same region where Bitcoin historically bottomed during pullbacks inside the bull market. So oversold, we put in a bottom. Oversold, we put in a bottom. Oversold, we put in a bottom. Every single time we had a higher high. But keep in mind the exact opposite is in play if we are in a bear market, right? Oversold, price was around 45,000. Oversold, price was around 38,000. Oversold, price was 21,000. So you see you constantly make lower highs in a bear market. But in a bull market, if we're in a bull market, you're putting in the bottom right now, and then you'd say Bitcoin to the moon, right? So this doesn't guarantee a bounce because if we're in the bear market, obviously you're making lower lows like I showed you, but it does tell us the sellers are losing momentum. So the key levels to watch for right now is 88,000, which is the current retest, 83,600, which is critical demand zone floor, and immediate resistance at 96 to 101. So that's the zone that rejected us again. So just keep that in mind. We do need to break out from there. Then we can say, hey, maybe Bitcoin is going to go back up to its all-time high, and maybe it's going to go to 139 to 148,000, which was my theory for this entire bull market. If Bitcoin bounces from here, our next target is 96,000. But if it breaks below 83,000, we could see a very deep correction. Okay. So as always, I'm averaging in, buying dips, and working towards my goal of accumulating one full Bitcoin during this bear market style correction phase. This demand zone is one that I've been waiting for. Obviously, I already bought, but I did buy at 95,000. So obviously I'm down $6. So the next area that I'm gonna buy it is gonna be a really deeper correction. Probably I'll put in another $100, or maybe I'll up my ante to $200, around $60,000 to $70,000, and then we'll just take it from there. But I don't know. I'll have to kind of look. I'll have to kind of look at where the next areas of support are once $83,000 breaks. So let me know what you think. Is Bitcoin gearing up for a massive bounce from here, or are we heading lower before the next leg up? Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow along on my journey to 1 BTC in the bear market. Please like, subscribe, comment. Just remember, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion. You can see my portfolio. I literally have 1/1000th of a Bitcoin. And as the videos progress and as we go deeper and deeper into these corrections, you're going to see this number grow. And, you can either do my strategy plan with me, or you could do whatever you guys want to do. But regardless, if you want to help support my channel and help me get to 1 BTC, please like, subscribe, comment. It does help the channel. It does help my growth. And it does help basically being able to put in more money into Bitcoin at the end of the day. So have a great day. Have a great night. And I will see you in the next update video.